Hello everyone, my name is Mrs. Gayatri Jagdale Ahire. I'll be teaching you science subject. In that, I'm going to teach you different topics related to subject science. So in today's session, I'll be teaching you the atomic structure. Means what exactly atom is and its structure. So without wasting time, let's get started to our today's session. We know that everything is made up of atoms. For example, consider a sugar, rice, water, they all are made up of atom. Even plants, animals and human beings, they are also made up of atom. Now, the important question is that what makes up atom? There are three tiny particles which makes up atom. Which are those three tiny particles? Proton, electron and neutron are the three tiny particles which makes up atom. Always remember that the shape of any particle is spherical, just like a ball. The structure of all the atoms is the same. All atoms have same structure. There is a central part in any atom. It is called the nucleus. In any atom, there is a central part. Suppose this is an atom. In that, the central part is there, which is called as nucleus. Secondly, there are fixed part around the nucleus. These fixed parts are there around the nucleus, which are known as energy levels or shells. These protons and neutrons live in the nucleus. Where those protons and neutrons live, they live in the nucleus. While electrons are revolve around the nucleus. While electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Just like Earth which revolves around the sun. So students, we know that Earth revolves around the sun. In that way only, these electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Now, there is one important question. Why electrons revolve around the nucleus? Why these electrons are revolving around the nucleus? Well, remember that proton is the positively charged particle. Electron is negatively charged particle. There is electrostatic force between them. So result this force electron constant revolve around the nucleus. Then what about neutrons? What about neutrons? Neutron is the neutral particle. It means that it neither carry positive or negative charge. Neutron is a neutral particle. Neither carry positive either negative charge. Now let me teach you an atom whole is a neutral particle. An atom whole is a neutral particle. For example, consider a hydrogen atom. We know that there is only one proton in the nucleus of hydrogen atom. This is a hydrogen atom and in that only one proton is there in the nucleus and only one electron that is revolving around the nucleus. So this is a hydrogen atom which contains one proton and one electron. That electron is revolving around the nucleus. So we can write proton is equal to positive 1 and electron is equal to negative 1. Why I have written here that proton is equal to positive 1? Because proton is positively charged particle while as electron is negatively charged particle. That's why I have written here proton is equal to positive 1 while as electron is equal to negative 1. We know that positive 1 and negative 1 cancelled out each other. Cancel out each other. This single positive proton cancel out this single negative electron. In this example, we learn that number of proton is equal to number of electron. When positive 1 cancelled negative 1 means 0. Okay. What we will get? We will get 0. So here in this example, we learn that number of protons is equal to number of electrons. Therefore, we say that any atom is a neutral particle. Now, let's consider the next example. That is example of helium atom. We know that there are 2 protons in the nucleus of helium and 2 electrons that are revolving in the first shell. So this is a helium atom which contains 2 protons and 2 electrons. Protons are present in the nucleus while as electrons are revolving around the nucleus in the first shell. Now let me ask you something. What? These 2 protons has same charge. Whatever protons are there in the helium atom. Suppose 2 protons are there in the helium atom and they have positive charge. Are they repelling each other? Well, the answer is yes. According to physics convections, like charges repel each other. According to physics convictions, like charges repel each other. Then the structure of nucleus will get disturbance. Okay. If positive charge will repel each other, what will happen? The structure of the nucleus will get disturbed, which is not acceptable. Can you guess something? Well, here comes the part of neutrons. Here comes the part of neutrons. As I told you that neutrons are electrically neutral particles. 2 neutrons in the helium nucleus. These 2 neutrons in the helium nucleus come and action and separate this positive proton. From this positive proton, you can also learn the function of neutrons in the nucleus. As consider a 2 current carrying wires touching each other. Example, consider 2 current carrying wires touching each other, but they are protected by the plastic insulation. Similarly, these neutrons acts as a plastic insulation between or among both positively charged protons. So, by this way, repulsion among positively charged protons are minimized inside any atom. Okay. Secondly, consider the atom of lithium. Consider the atom of lithium. There are 3 protons in the nucleus of lithium atom and 3 electrons revolving around the nucleus. Just like proton, electron also repel one another. But there is not only or energy level in the lithium atom. There are 2 shells or 2 energy level in the lithium atom. Okay. First shell hold only 2 electrons. So there are 2 energy levels in the lithium atom. The first energy level holds only 2 electrons. So what about the third electron? As lithium atom contains 3 protons and 3 electrons. 3 protons are present in the nucleus. 3 electrons are in the shell. Where does electrons lie? They lies around the shells. They revolve around the nucleus. If the first shell or first energy level holds only 2 electrons, then what about this third electron? The third electron will jump into the second shell. The second shell or second energy level is bigger than the first shell. Whatever the second energy level or second shell is there, it is bigger than the first shell and can accommodate up to 8 electrons. That second shell can accommodate or can hold up to 8 electrons. Also, we know that there are different energy levels. There are different energy levels like K, L, M, N. So, by this way, repulsion among the negative charges are minimized. So, if we decided to summarize the lecture, what we have learned? We have learned that atom is made up of 3 particles: proton, electron and neutron. Secondly, we learn that atom is whole electrically neutral because the number of proton is equal to number of electrons. Thirdly, we learn that neutron minimize internal repulsion among the protons in the nucleus. Okay, so this was all about the atomic structure of proton, neutron and electron. So guys, if you have any problem, any difficulty, you can ask me. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.